Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to finish getting ready here on camera because somebody asked me in my monthly manis video if I had a video on the eye look that I was wearing that day. I do not, so I thought I would record that today since I'm getting ready for the day and I'm getting ready to record another video. The only difference in the makeup is the lip color, and I'll share with you guys what I'm wearing currently right now. But in that video, I was wearing the Professional Makeup lip liner in caramel. For lipstick, I was wearing brown blush. This is a matte formulation from Maybelline. I love mauve lipsticks. I think they're so beautiful. And I put on a lip gloss. This is Lorac Entrepreneur. So the combination of these three is what I was wearing in that video. Today, though, I paired up two products that are in my year-long project. Also, this is an eyeliner which is in Voodoo from Urban Decay, and I use that to outline my lips. And then for the center of the lips, I'm using this Milani lip liner in fuchsia. I think it's called fuchsia. Yeah, 08. So the pairing of these two guys. I don't use or I'm not really a fan of this guy in my waterline quite as much as far as the purple color, because I don't want purple all that much, or I also feel like it kind of comes off a little bit. So the majority of the times that I've used up that liner or have been using that liner, I've used it as a lip liner. For the eye look though, it's really simple. I didn't use very many products. I used the Revlon Color Stay Cream eyeshadow in 720, and I did a get ready with me recently using this guy. I also used a blush that's in my year-long project from Too Faced. This is Your Love is King. It's really pretty. It's a very soft, dusty rose. And one eyeshadow from my Panda palette, which is the Lorac palette, and I used the shade Pewter, this guy. And I think I used a cream shadow from the Lorac palette as well. So I'm going to start off with the Revlon cream eyeshadow, this guy right here. And I'm just going to pick it up with a blending brush. This one is a little bit more dense. I can't remember. This is a crown brush. It's pretty old. It's the C460. It's a blending brush, but it's a little bit more dense, so I do like it for cream shadows. The Revlon cream shadow I've been using a lot because I love this color so much. It's more of a cool tone, chocolatey kind of brown. And I just started off by packing it onto the lid first, keeping it kind of low, and then slowly start dragging it up into the crease. You see, it has a little bit of a purple tone to it. I think this is so beautiful. And I try to pack a lot of the color on the lid area. And then once a lot of that color is off the brush, I start blending it up into the crease and above the crease. I'm going to grab a clean blending brush just to help blend the edges out here. If you guys know of a cream eyeshadow that's a chocolate brown, but that is matte and on the warmer side, because this one is on the cooler side, let me know because I am on the hunt. I really want one. And I don't want any shimmer night. I have found that in my search in the drugstore and higher end brands that it's a little bit harder to, they're a little bit harder to come by basically. I'm just building up that color again and going back and forth and blending it out. And the application for me is very light and gracing it here at the top. I'm not being as heavy-handed. And that allows me to build this gradient. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I'm going to pick it up a little bit more and pack it onto the lid a little bit more. So when it comes to the lid area, I'm doing more of a packing motion more than swiping back and forth to build up the color. And then once I get to the crease, I do very quick, gentle swiping motions because I don't want to build it up too much in this area. I do want to eye at the time with this shadow because it does set fairly quickly. I'm also going to grab a little bit and put it on the outer part of the eye. Just a little bit. A smaller brush would help a lot more, but I don't want to pull anything else out. And I do connect it to the top. It's very soft, you can see that. Alright, for the crease, or right above the crease, I grabbed my shadow, or my blush, better yet, from Too Faced. This is in Your Love is King. It's kind of like a dusty rose. And I'm just picking it up with a blending brush and lightly applying that right above the chocolate cream shadow. This blush, or a shadow like this, goes so well with some of these shadows from the Too Faced palette. I actually wish they would have put something like that in the palette, because I feel like it goes very, very well. And I do see it in person. I feel like it's coming off a little washed out on camera. I feel like sometimes like my eye looks look a little bit toned down, and in person sometimes, some of them, not all of them, because I don't wear dramatic eye looks regularly, but I feel like sometimes in person they look a little bit more saturated, and then on camera they tone down quite a bit, because in person I can really see this dusty rose, to where right now I really don't see it as much. Maybe you can see it a little bit more there. This brush, by the way, is from Walmart. It's, I think, Crown Brush or Royal and Langnickel, I want to say. Dusty's brushes are the Moda brushes that they sell at Walmart. They're really nice, or this one's really nice at least. It's very soft. Okay. Then I grabbed Pewter from my Lorac palette. This is my Pandat palette for this year, which I have not done an update for. And all I did was gently apply this color more in the center, and then with my clean finger here, just soften the edges out. And I feel like it opens up the eye a little bit more, rounds it out a little bit. So I really like adding that little bling in the center of my eye. It makes them look a little bit larger. Same thing here on this side. I wasn't really precise, to be honest with you. And I feel like when I'm not really being precise is when I enjoy my eye looks the most, because I like the messy, grungy kind of look. Okay, and then I also grabbed a little bit of it and put it in my lower inner part of the lash. I need a new battery, hold on. I grabbed a little bit of pewter also. I'm just tapping it off on the palette here so it doesn't fall all over my face. I'm applying it in the inner part of the lower lash, and I'm dragging it straight into chocolate. And I bring it up right before the tear duct, because it creates that little glitter because of that little lift in the skin there. And I want to say I didn't put any eyeliner that day. I don't wear liner all that much because my eyes water so much. I also grabbed, and I'm going to clean off this brush actually, just with a cloth here. I also grabbed a little bit of cream and applied it right under the arch of the brow. I have to be careful with this particular shadow because it's a little, it makes it look a little ashy, so I applied just a small amount and really blend it out. And then just a little bit in this area to create a lift. And then same thing in this area. My brows look a little crazy today. And I also grabbed some of it and applied it in this area so it doesn't darken up too much. Demasiado. And I also used it as an inner corner highlight, because I didn't want a shimmery inner corner. sticky. I'm just grabbing the brush that I used for my bronzer and just so it doesn't look super harsh in this area. I do want to create a highlight, but I don't want it to look ashy. I'm just adding a little bit more of that blush. I like dragging my shadows out this way, and I add a little bit of that pink shadow in this particular area, which is really close to the brow, but because my eye hoods, as you can see, I try to relax my eyes and add the shadow there. Otherwise it's not going to be visible when my face is not in the resting bee face. Alright, I'm going to add some mascara and I'll be right back. The mascara that I have been using is the Climax mascara from this is from Nars, just because I'm trying to finish it up. And I'm also trying to finish this guy up. This is the Lash Stiletto. I love this guy. This is so good. Such a good mascara. And so I'll get that done and then I'll be right back and show you guys the finished look. Mascara is on. I'm going to finish off with my blush, and I think I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for my bronzer. So I'm going to use the Your Love is King blush and to tie everything together since it's on my eyes. I always like using it on my cheeks as well, and just going to add it to the apples of the cheeks and just drag it back. I always like dragging just a little bit of that into the nose area. My mom used to do that, so I like doing that too. I'm just grabbing another brush just to help blend that in. And that's it. That's all I did for that eye look. I think I went a little bit more dramatic in the lashes as far as loading it up, as well as the lip, but the eye look is exactly the same. So that is everything for this video, guys. I hope for those of you that were curious as to what the eye look was in that video, I hope that you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.